and catching us here. We apologize. Apparently our computer is really starting to go on the fritz. So if you are out there and thinking about sponsoring Cedar Creek Media, we could definitely use a new sponsor or two. We'd always appreciate it, and maybe we can get us a computer that isn't acting crazy all the time. We do apologize again about that. Nothing has really happened since we've been away here. Panthers have been able to move the ball a little bit. Picked up one Zach Pruitt State Farm first down. Now have it at 2nd and 10 after no gain on the last carry by Jaden Thompson. 2nd and 10 here. Copeland rolling out to his left. Thought about it. Now he's going to just put one up. Has foot wide open. Did he come back for it? And no, not able to get back to it. He had foot wide open. Just not quite able to put enough mustard to get that one way out there. Looked real pretty there for a second, though, JD.
Yeah, it was I think the secondary there might have started to bite on the run once again, as Copeland has quite a few times now decided to keep it himself, but right there bit a little bit on it, and Foot found himself wide open with a chance at it and just not quite able to come down with it. Brings up 3rd down and 10 here. So another long 3rd down is what the Panthers are faced with.
Ooh,
Before it happens, though, we're going to get a flag that flies.
Okay.
Looks like a delay of game.
Oof. That doesn't help things.
Called.
Does not help things in the slightest there, JD.
Yep, so your 3rd down and 10 going to end up being a 3rd down and 15.
Yeah.
Looks like a quick timeout is going to be taken here by Mabank. Want a second to talk it over, see how they're going to approach this one here?
Well, while they're talking it over, let me have a talking to with my PC here. We'll be right back.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West.
All right, Emmett, I'll get you back there. I'm sorry, but we had to come back to action here. 3rd and 15. Copeland surveys, throws down the – oh, man. Just been a little off so far. Had a man. Was trying to get it over to Langford. Skips it in there, and it looks like it's going to be the first punt of the night for either squad, and it's going to be Mabank doing it. Send in Ray Brager. The big man, Ray's been a lot of fun to watch so far this year, whether it's on offense or special teams, or excuse me, not offense, whether it's on defense or special teams. He has been playing really well. It was a low snap, did a good job of handling it, sends it way up in the air. Pine Tree able to corral it, going to have a chance to return. Gets past the 40 to the 20, all the way down to the 12-yard line. So big return. Number 7, Anthony Anderson, able to set up Pine Tree in really good field position here.
I think it might have actually been number 12, Desmond
Williams,
there on that return. Yeah, but, yeah, like you said, great starting field position here for Pine Tree as they are knocking on the door once again, putting up another 6.
Yeah, well, they haven't had to do any real hard work so far as it's been, setting up in a good spot.
Yeah, only had the one drive that was started in their own territory, and they only started on their own 49. So,
well, there's a nice first play for them as they're going to pick up a nice chunk of yardage. That's number 23, Jacarius Timmons, going around the left side. They're going to give him, it looks like, 7 yards on the play. So it'll set up they're going to give him 6. So it'll set up 2nd and 4 here. Again, snap back, handoff, same young man. Timmons going to be able to carry it into the end zone, and that'll be another Pine Tree touchdown. So they will now go up 3 scores, 19-0. It's a familiar score for Mabank fans. They know they've been down this exact number before and able to pull out a victory, but no, you're going to have to start doing some work here pretty quickly.
Yeah, got to do it. Got to do it fast. As very quickly here, you let it get much more out of hand, and it's not looking great. No. Let's put it that way.
So good snap, good hold, good kick, and it is now a 20-0 lead. And tell you what, let's go ahead and make it up to Mr. Emmett. We'll be right back.
Your look matters. And around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
So Pine Tree has had it all working for him here in the first 9 minutes. 20-0, starting with 3 very short fields, taking advantage all 3 times, just 1 missed PAT, the lone mistake they've had so far tonight. Mabank about to go on their 4th offensive drive of the early going of this ball game, as the ball will finally bouncing into the end zone there. It almost got me that time, JD. I saw that little yellow dot over there, and I almost thought it was a flag. So
See?
We were both almost victims to it there. All right, so time to see if Mabank can pull it out of the mud here. Of course, got plenty of time to do it with. Still 3 minutes left to go here, just a shade under 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Definitely need to start getting that stone roll in the right direction. As Copeland sends a man in motion, he's going to hand it off. It's Foot going around the right side, takes a pretty good lick, but able to fall forward for a couple. So 2-yard pickup for Gavin. Making now 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Again, we've haven't seen any real big plays so far from the Panthers tonight, but we have seen a lot of positives. We've seen some Zach Pruitt State Farm first downs, but haven't been able to keep that sustained. So if anything, that's what I'm looking for here, is just a good sustained drive by the Panthers. Copeland takes, fakes, spins, and just has to chug forward. Able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but really no gain on the play. So to bring up another 3rd and long for the Panthers, 3rd and 8 to be exact. Copeland hadn't found a completion yet tonight, but going to be another opportunity here if I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but I could be wrong. Taking a little extra time to discuss it as well. I think Mabank knows that this is a pretty big play for being just in the first quarter. Send a man in motion, snap, or throw back, and it was just good coverage there by the Pirates. Not much you can say. Able to get the completion to Langford. He is going to lose a yard. So it'll now bring up 4th and 9. Or actually, they're going to say he got back to the line. Nope, there he goes, going backwards for that yard. So yard loss. So 4th and 9, and Brager again going to be out to punt. Again, going to be number 12, Desmond Williams, back deep to receive. Good snap. Brager puts a pretty good boot on it. little bit more of an angle as well, and it ends up falling out of bounds. So no chance for a return. And even though they will be at the, the 42-yard line, it's still going to be the worst field position for Pine Tree here in this first quarter.
Yeah, so far in this one, like I said, before this, their worst position was their own 49-yard line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have been blessed so far in this one with great starting field position, as the Mabank offense just really hasn't gotten any solid offense going for themselves so far in this one. And, of course, the turnover on possession number 1. So right now it is a little bit longer of a field, so hopefully your defense can come out here and try to light a spark that's able to flip over to the other side. But it starts with one stop, so here they go.
Well, there was a handoff up the middle. Ended up picking up a few yards there for the Pirates. Going to be a 4-yard gain, it looks like. I believe that was number 6, Roger Attaway, on the carry. Pine Tree doesn't have to get another play off before the end of the quarter, but it looks like they're going to try anyway. Croft set the shotgun, sent a man in motion, now takes a snap, hands it. Oh, nope, excuse me, it's going to be a play action. That finds a man down the middle and able to fight through a couple of sling-around tackles before being taken down at the 10-yard line. That was number 4, Tabron Homer, able to get the big gain for the Pirates. And whenever we come back for the second quarter, they will be set at the 10-yard line of the Panthers. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media. Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
At Reedy Tire, they understand early morning drop-offs, late evening pickups, and everything in between that you go through to make sure your child gets from one event to the next activity. They believe that your precious cargo is their responsibility. Your tires are their life. They eat, sleep, and breathe tires so that our Mabank families can know that when they hit the road for a few blocks or a few hours, they'll get there safe and on time. At Reedy Tire, tires aren't the only thing, they're everything. Trust them to get you there. Reedy Tire in Mabank, America. Proudly supporting the entire student body and their families at Mabank ISD. Let's go Panthers.
Back to it here. Cedar Creek Media. Got one play into the second quarter here. It was actually one of the few losses we've seen for the Pirates here tonight. Going to be a 2 or 3 yard loss there on the handoff to Attaway. So it'll now be 2nd and 12. Goal to go. It's Croft. Sets in the shotgun, takes the snap. It was a high snap, and then it's going to be another play-action pass that ends up falling down to the turf. Say it was intended for number 29, Brick Bratton, as you heard down there, the big fullback. It gives me a chance to wind the clock down to true play clock. There we go. So 11:16 left to go here in the second quarter. Panthers finding themselves down 20-0. Pirates sniffing the end zone again here. This could be a real statement for the Panthers if they're able to hold them out. 3rd and 12. Croft. There's going to be a timeout taken by Pine Tree before the play. So again, it really hasn't been much that Pirates have had to really do. They've really just had to kind of stay within themselves, play their game so far, and have been quite successful. And it has been the mistake that has really hurt the Panthers here in the early going.
Yeah, they're getting caught out by this RPO that Pine Tree's been running. I mean, they've been sending everybody down for the run, and it's just the easy toss over the middle that ends up going for long yards. So, but I mean, really, just the small ball here has been working for Pine Tree and ending up as these big long plays. So, something's got to click for these Mabank Panthers on both sides of the ball here in this one if they want a chance to be able to come back in it.
Well, it starts right here. It's Croft again going to be setting the shotgun here. Takes the snap, looking, throws it up, and good play there. Who's that in coverage? I believe that was Foot down there in coverage.
Yes, Gavin Foot there on the coverage.
Perfect. So did a good job of playing that back line, and it looks like Pine Tree not even going to take a second to think about it. They are just going to go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Must feel pretty confident in their abilities. That is number 26, Julian Ibarra, down there. Saw one missed PAT, but we think the Panthers got a hand on it. Field goal attempt is up, and it is good. So that'll be another 3 points on the board for Pine Tree, and I do believe that's the first field goal we've seen from anybody this year. I can't think of another field goal. I remember one attempt. So 23-0 here, but again, good job by the Panthers. Pirates get all the way down to a goal-to-go situation and do not allow them into the end zone. So, yeah, it may not be the exact recipe that you were wanting there, but it's at least a little something to build off of here in the next couple of minutes. But again, the offense has got to find some kind of traction here. Been kind of spinning over the first 13 minutes of play. Again, similar situation. Back in week 3, Panthers found themselves down 19-0 to Will's Point going into half. Ended up coming back and winning that game. What was it, 36-33, I believe? So don't say it's impossible. But definitely got to break out the rock hammer and the chip, or the chisel here, you know?
Yeah.
All right, big boot. This time, Foot tried to handle it. Is going to have to scoop it up. Picked it up at about the 1 yard line. Found some space and then ends up fumbling the ball. And Pine Tree is going to be on top. So Pine Tree going to have another chance to go put some more points on the board right here, as that whole kind of situation just kind of got off on the wrong foot there for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was I mean, we were just talking about what needed to happen for, the chance to come back in this one, and that was quite the opposite of what we were just talking about there. Is those kinds of mistakes are what kind of dooms the teams to kind of sit where they are, and any hopes of the comeback kind of get thwarted with those kind of mistakes that are made.
Yeah, and if you ask any football coach, they'll tell you maybe the most important, team stat line is the turnover stats, plus minus turnovers. Right now you are -2 in the turnover department, and that is not a good recipe to try and win a ball game. Now Croft has it, looking, throws out to the right, is going to find a man that gets through a couple of arm tackles, doesn't end up picking up any yardage on it. Or actually, they are going to give him 2 yards. From my angle, it didn't look like he picked up much, but they're going to give him 2. Believe that was number 29 there, Brick Bratton, again on the reception. So we'll inch Pine Tree just a bit closer here. Again, anytime you can put your offense in a goal-to-go situation for their first play of the drive. Really didn't even feel like they came off of the field, just a points, a kickoff, and then right back on to work. Again, Croft looking for somewhere to go, and this time just going to flick one down. Oh, excuse me, I hit the wrong button, folks. They didn't score 3 points. I'll get that fixed. I was trying to hit the stop clock button and hit the wrong one. It's just a little bit over 10 minutes left to go. And again, they've been down this entire game, so it's gave us a chance to say this about 85 times already. But you got plenty of time in this ball game. Again, you just got to start getting some momentum rolling your direction. Another stop here could possibly get that going the right way, as they're going to throw a fade out towards the right and not pick it up. Great coverage there. Couldn't quite it looks like that's maybe Tristan Jones.
Yep, Tristan Jones out there on the island, able to get it done.
Exactly, and for consecutive drives, Pine Tree going to have to send out the field goal unit. Again, going to be number 26, Julian Ibarra. So back-to-back goal line stands here for the Panthers. Lefty getting set. Ooh, it's high snap. Let's see what they can do with it. Reversing back towards the left. Puts a move on, and it's going to be oh, nope, you got a penalty. It looked like it was going to be a clear path into the end zone there, and it was, but you have got a big block in the back happening around the 15-yard line.
Watched a helmet get sent to the sideline, so that's a rough hit that just happened right there.
Yeah, especially when the player is not looking. Looks like that was number 6 down there, Kason Morris. He's up walking off on his own power. Always good to see. I mean, he looks like he's probably okay. Might have just got the wind knocked out of him or something. Officials are having a bit of a discussion down there on about the 12-yard line of that Mabank side.
Yeah, you got the flag that came out, but then you also had a hat that came after it, so there's going to be 2 penalties here. I think there might have been some retaliation from a Mabank player sticking up for his teammate there after the dirty hit.
So that would be offsetting penalties, and that would just pretty much make it like it never happened, which it was already going to be an interesting situation here for Mabank as the touchdown was scored. So you were going to have to send them back, but you kind of feel like you let them off the hook there as it was a bad snap, bad situation for Pine Tree, and they end up making something good out of it. So even if, Pine Tree does come out of this with the penalty, you're still going to give them another chance to put points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So still a bunch of conversation going on there between the Zebras.
Yeah, really wanting to make sure that they have got this squared away before they give any kind of an answer for it. So,
well, it is a pretty big play in this ball game, to be honest with you. So I do appreciate them wanting to get it right. Let's see what they come up with here. So they are marking it back. So illegal. So it looks like there was a chop block that was called. And then a dead ball foul. All right, so they move it back and then move it right back to where it was. So I didn't see a hand signal for like offsetting, but they must have called back to, or excuse me, they must have called offsetting penalties because they started to move it and then moved it back to its original spot. Still some discussion going on here.
Yeah, so it's going to end up being a replay of.
So it'll be a replay of downs, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to have another 4 downs to be able to possibly score for Pine Tree, as they practically just got handed a little reset button right there on that whole endeavor.
So that must have been what the discussion was about. So I guess as a dead ball foul, it gives them a first down.
And with it now being backed up behind the 10, they are going to have the chains set up here. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 now instead of 1st and goal.
Yeah, we'll have the chance to get a first down at the 1-yard line. Good catch there, JD. All right, so we're just all kind of over the place as it's going to be a handoff around the right side, and it's only going to take one play, and Pine Tree will make Mabank suffer just a little bit more with another touchdown. That is number 6, Roger Attaway, skirting in, and it is now a 29-0 lead for Pine Tree.
Yeah, the dead ball part of the last penalty just kind of doomed you there in that situation. As if you would have let it just be against Pine Tree, make them back up 15, have to try to make a 4th and what would that have been, like
25,
almost 25 yards go, but instead get their downs reset there and just able to put it in one play. So, and with the extra point being good, that brings it to a 30-0 lead for the Pine Tree Pirates here over your Panthers.
Going to have to figure something out here pretty quickly. I can't tell who that is. As that Coach Copeland out there on the field talking to Foot, saying, hey, man, we got to get this figured here. It might not have been Copeland. I can't quite tell. Again, we are what feels like about 3/4 of a mile up in the air away from the stadium here. But going to have to figure something out here pretty quick, or it might get into running clock territory in that second half. And again, you know, we've this team is this is a talented group of kids. I'm not sure exactly what's not exactly been clicking the last couple of weeks, but we've seen them play much better. We know they've got a lot better in them. Let's see what they've got here. Is Morris going to have a good chance to get a bit of a return here? Gets up past the 30, so it's going to be at least the best starting field position for the Panthers they've had tonight. Believe they're going to give them about the 31-yard line.
So for the first time in a little bit here, we're actually going to see the Mabank offense actually get out there on the field.
Yeah, had the field goal attempt from the Pirates after a pretty decent drive. Panthers ended up muffing the ensuing kickoff. And then in a wild few plays, Pirates able to get a free set of downs and put a touchdown on the board. So let's see what Mabank can answer with. Copeland waits the snap. It was a bit low. He's going to take off to the right. Stiff arms through one tackle before being rolled up right close to the first down marker. And I like something I like to see there is John Morrow had a man pinned on the turf at about the 50-yard line, 15 yards up from the play. So
yeah, John Morrow and Gavin Foote actually ended up combining there to just send him backwards. Let's put it that way.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 here. Man in motion, goes back. It's going to be a straight keeper for Copeland. Gets past the first down mark. Not by much, but does get it. It'll be a Zach Pruitt State Farm first down on the 45-yard line. So we've seen Copeland carry the ball quite a bit. Haven't seen Thompson be as much involved as we're used to seeing him. But again, coming off that injury, and quite frankly, the Panther offense just hasn't really been out there as much as the Pine Tree offense has here so far in this first half. So let's see if they can start to get him lathered up a little bit and get some carries going his way. 1st and 10. Man in motion is Foot. Copeland has to scramble and is going to be taken down. Looked like the snap was a little bit low. It had a little bit of trouble gaining control of it.
And they're going to end up losing a ton there on that one. 11 yards there on the sack.
So put you close back to where this drive started. You're at the, 34-yard line. This drive started at the 31. So 2nd and a mile coming up here. And quickly going to go. Copeland again going to have pressure. It was right up the middle. Able to escape. And, gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it looked like it was going to be another big loss there. But somehow, again, Copeland able to escape, get up, make it a – yeah, they are going to give him the line of scrimmage. So no loss. But took a pretty big hit there from behind. Looked like he fell to the turf pretty rough there. Tough kid, gets up, shakes it off, goes right back into the huddle, but don't want to let your quarterback take too many of those.
No, definitely not. Only so much turf that the quarterback can eat before he's able to do it again.
That's it. This time he's going to roll to the left. Again, has pressure, just kind of yoinks one up, and it is going to be picked. Intercepted right at about the 50-yard line. That is number 15, Rashad Wofford. And it's going to put Pine Tree again in the driver's seat. Going to be going to work from, it looks like they're going to say their own 48. So just 52 yards to go to pay dirt and 7 minutes and change to do it with.
I believe that is the third takeaway for Pine Tree now in this one.
That is. You had that fumble on the first drive.
Fumble on the kickoff, and now the interception there on 3rd down and long.
Croft looking to throw, is going to swing it out to his left there. Receiver able to pick up a few yards on the play afterwards. Looks like, I believe that's number 12 down there? Desmond Williams, yep. So Williams picks up 6, so bring up 2nd and 4 now. Pine Tree needed just the one play to get it across that midfield stripe. Looks like they actually marked it back a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Croft takes the snap, hands off to the back, cutting through and fighting through before he's taken down by a whole host of Panthers. That was, again, number 23, Jacarius Timmons.
Well, in the middle right there, number 44, Connor Santoro, helmet ends up flying off, so he's got to come out for at least a play here. So going to bring up the backup middle linebacker for at least one play. See if Pine Tree tries to take advantage of the situation.
Good catch down there, JD. So 1st and 10. Send a man in a short motion there. That was number 12, Williams. Now Croft going to swing it out there. Almost had, looked like it was almost picked.
There's a flag,
but there is
that
a
is
flag.
down, yep.
So it was on that near side, right around the 30-yard line. Let's see what they come up with here. They're pointing towards Mabank. The only thing that I saw
with the kind of play that it was, I want to think it was
illegal
possibly,
motion.
I mean, illegal motion or a possible hold out here on the wide receiver, trying to set up that screen for the other, but
still no indication here.
getting the microphone turned on so he's able to come across the speakers here for us.
They're going to say encroachments on the defense declined. Or offsides, not encroachments, but offsides against the defense. Wow. Okay, so.
Well, okay.
Ends up being nothing. They wind the clock, so it's now 3rd and 2.
Gonna get him again here.
And completion.
Not even gonna matter.
Yep. Looked like that was number 4, Tabron Homer. Gets the big catch there. They're going to take them to the 1-yard line. And their penalty did go against the Panthers, and it is going to be declined. So Pine Tree, again, going to be setting up right on the doorstep of the Panthers here.
Yeah, all the way down to the 1 here. So got 4 whole downs to be able to get it 1 yard. I'm sure Pine Tree liking their odds with that, as they got 5:20 left to go before halftime. And also they will start with the ball after halftime. So if you're Mabank, you really have to figure out what you have to do to get the ball back in your hands and start scoring. But before that happens, Pine Tree going to end up finding the pass into the end zone.
That is another touchdown.
I believe it's going to be, was that number 6 that was able to come up with it, or was that number 0 out there? I think it was number 0, Dalen Montgomery. It ends up coming out with the touchdown reception.
I believe you're exactly right, sir. It's either a 0 or an 8. Can't quite. I think you're right on the 0, though. But now we got an extra point, and that one is going to fly on in and through. So it'll now be a 37-point advantage with just a little over 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. And, yeah, at this point, Mabank going to have to find some kind of offense just to keep this thing, respectable. As, again, we talked about the spread on Dave Campbell's was 43, and Pine Tree already knocking pretty close to that total. But, that's when you're down 37-0, it's hard to really, brag or anything like that. But I'm just, again, we've been around these kids down here. I can tell you right now, I don't want to say they're not bothered, because I know that they're bothered about what's going on down there. But these guys they're not going to fold. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to give up. They're just not those kind of kids. They've got a real, backbone about this group. So, really, if anything, I'd be interested to see just how they respond here, being down 37-0. Again, you've played, 6 quarters of football now that have not exactly gone your way. So at some point, the dam's got to break, and I think this could be a potential for it right here, as this time the kick is going to roll out of the end zone, and Panthers, again, will be setting up shop at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I like what you were saying there, though. It's been a while since you've been able to get the momentum in your favor. So right here, this drive, I would say, in football, you always have to take it one drive at a time. So right now, they're looking at this as what is going to start that momentum for themselves. So, of course, always going to be on the back of number 4 out there for him, Jackson Copeland, running this offense as he sends out his group to get started once again.
He takes the snap, hands off to Thompson. Thompson going to be able to trudge forward, pick up a couple. So at least a positive gain there on first down. Give him there. It looks like they're going to give him 2. So do have a chance here if you're the Panthers to go try and plug one into the end zone here before half. Again, Pirates will be starting the second half with the ball. So you feel like if you are going to start putting some pressure on these Pirates, you got to start right here. Copeland takes the snap. Again's going to keep this time on the read option. Able to pick up, right at about 4 on the play. So I can tell you what, for only picking up 4 yards, that was a pretty active and tough run there for Jackson Copeland. Spinning and whirling and getting around. Sets up a 3rd and manageable here, 4 yards to go. Tried to get him with the hard count. Now going to check back over for the play on the sideline. You got Foote and Langford down here on this near side. Morris and Hyde on that Mabank sideline. Man in motion was Morris. Copeland is going to step up, make it around a couple of men, and keeps his legs churning. Gets past half field and still going before he's finally taken down. Oh, excuse me, that was Foote. that was taken down around the 35 there. But Copeland going to be able to get it all the way to the, 42-yard line of Pine Tree. So biggest play so far of the night, Mabank. Again, let's see if they can capitalize on the momentum a bit here as they're having to wait for the chain gang to get set. They don't wait. They just go ahead and roll for it. Thompson going to fall forward for a few. Chain gang finally up and getting set here. I don't know how many yards he picked up because I can't see. There we go. All right, so
looks like able to pick up just at 5 yards there on carry number 1 on first down. So brings up a 2nd down and 5 here.
I think you breathed in too hard, apparently.
Choking on your own spit over there, are you?
Yeah, so Copeland set. Thompson flanking to his right. Takes. Copeland going to try a shot on the right side. And, again, just not quite able to hook up with his receiver down there. Was trying to get it into the hands of Wayne Langford. Do you say there's a flag on the play? I don't see it. But I do believe I heard announcer man say that.
Yeah, I heard flag on the play.
Yep, and he's over there fumbling with his microphone. So let's see what he's got for us.
Going to be an offside.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a lucky break there for the Panthers as they end up catching them offsides. That'll be enough for the first down.
You know, most things in life don't come for free, but I'll take one of those free Zach Pruitt State Farm first downs anytime I can get one.
Absolutely right.
Copeland is going to keep and tries to find somewhere to go, has nowhere. Now there's a flag in the backfield trying to reverse back his field before he ends up out of bounds. Again, flag down on the play. And unfortunately, where it was tossed, it looks like that one's going to go on offense. Yeah.
So got the freebie to now be backed up past it.
Oh. No, actually the indication is it's against Pine Tree.
I think there might have been some illegal hands to the face, I believe is what the call ended up being there. So that's going to be 15 yards marked off for the Panthers, and for the first time they're going to be here in the red zone.
Yeah, you know, we'll take that. And again, kind of in the area we were at, you expect a hold. But, yeah, that is the other possibility there is those hands to the face. So haven't seen many mistakes by the Pirates so far, but they're kind of starting to stack up here on this drive for the Panthers. Now Copeland again going to come set. Servan's going to toss out. And, should have been another pick. As it looks like him and his receiver just not quite on the same page there. Morris showing his frustration there. So 2:30 left in this second quarter. 2nd and 10. Mabank again finding themselves down 37. Best chance they've had to put it in the end zone so far tonight. Snap is back. They're going to hand off to Thompson. Thompson squirts his way through and able to pick up about 5 on the play. Make it a much more manageable 3rd down here at 3rd and 5. See if they can get off another play before the 2-minute warning. We know they do like to go fast, but do have this built-in timeout coming up. Doesn't look like it's going to happen as clock is rolling down close. And that is it. So 2-minute warning here at Pine Tree Stadium. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056.
2 minutes left to go here in this second quarter of play. Mabank again finding themselves down 37-0, but good chance to maybe try and stick one in the end zone here, get some momentum rolling. Thompson flanked out to the left. Copeland surveying, shoots it towards the middle. Was trying to get it into Gavin Foote. Foote, just, I don't know. It had some mustard on it. I don't know if he just didn't see it, but it really didn't even look like he gave, much of a, I don't want to say much of an effort, but didn't really look like he got his hands up in time. You know what I mean? What am I trying to say? You know me, I get lost in my words over here, JD. So they're going to go for it on fourth down here. Ooh, got the jump, and now they're just going to take a shot over to Langford, and it is going to be a pick. So it's picked off, brought back to the 3-yard line.
It's not going to matter, though, as they did get the jump off sides.
Okay, I didn't
against
see the
Pine
flag.
Tree, so yeah, it came out on the far end over there. So
Good.
I believe with it being 4th and 5 right now, that will set up a first down. So
if it's not, it's going to be real close.
I believe for the first time tonight, we are going to have Panthers be at 1st and goal.
Yep.
Headed in from the 7-yard line.
So they do make it official, and the boards go out of the way. This looks like the Panther band is starting to spill out onto the track there, getting ready for their halftime performance. And the Panthers trying to put themselves on the board here before halftime. Copeland steps up, sends a man in motion. Snap is back, rolls out to his right. It's a straight keeper trying to reverse field and gets around, doesn't pick up much.
On his feet.
Breaks through.
Goodness gracious. And
It's
he's still going.
And let's see what they say. They say he stayed in bounds. No indication yet. Come on, guys, tell us. Can we be happy or not? And no, they're going to say he did step out. No? What's
okay, so just no indication of a touchdown, but it is a touchdown.
Okay, so it is a touchdown. So Panthers score, swinging gate. Copeland going to toss it over and pick up the 2 points there to Bryson Morris. So it is a touchdown and a 2-point conversion for your Panthers. So they have now got 8 points on the board. But yeah, I was literally sitting here staring, waiting for some.
I was waiting for some kind of indication of the touchdown that never came. So
got 5 officials down there, and not one of them put their hands up in the air. So kind of threw me off there for a second.
Forgot they had a job there for a second, I guess. But nonetheless, it is a touchdown, and the 2 points after make it 8-37 now. So hey, we were talking about it. They needed the one play. And I think that drive right there was the set of plays that was going to hopefully light the spark back in them and maybe get that momentum back on their side. Got a minute 36 left to go until half. Of course, Pine Tree going to be the ones to get it after half to start. So you got a long road ahead of you left in this one. But, I mean, to be fair, you got a lot of time to make something happen. If the defense now can step up in the way that this offense now has, we might have ourselves a ball game on our hands.
So it's going to be Brager to kick it off. I was looking up some scores from around the area. I'll get those to you here in just a second. Got one real surprise on the board. And it's going to be a squib. Up in the air. Let's see who can come up with it. Looks like the Panthers are going to be able to come up with that one, JD.
I sure did. And they indicated right there on that time. It's going to be Mabank with the football as it just kind of came up and hit one of the Pirates in the face. And great job on the kickoff team to be able to get down there quick and get on top of it. So just like that, your Panthers have a good chance to possibly put up a little bit more points here before heading into half.
And you know who I think fell on top of that is maybe one of my favorites on this squad is number 31, Grant Rowland. That's who I think was able to get on top of it. And I tell you what, Grant has been a lot of fun getting to know this year. He's kind of one of the guys, he's kind of a coach player, he helps coach a lot.
And he's been really great for me to he explains some things to me, helps me out. He's been a great liaison for us. Man in motion here is Gavin Foote. Snap is back, and it's going to be immediately waved off as it.
Quick timeout going to be taken, yeah.
But, yeah, okay, so a little bit of life. Again, Panthers have been pretty good here in the last couple of minutes, making things look pretty decent. Again, got a long way to go back if they want to try and climb back into this one, but getting the quick possession back here, maybe a chance to try and do something. It's not something that we've talked about a whole lot, but Brager has got a big old leg, you know what I mean? So even if you can maybe put it in the realm of his possibility, just give him a shot here and put up 3 points on the board. So
absolutely. As your offense going to trot back out onto the field after the timeout. Going to be starting on the Pine Tree 42. Copeland looked like he wanted a shot there, but ends up taking a shot from behind, and he will go down. Pine Tree going to be able to pick up the sack on that one. So it's going to be a big loss there on first down. Let's see, a 7-yard loss there on the sack. Sets up immediately second down. They're going to look out, going to get it to Morris. He's going to be able to pick up a quick little 4 yards there.
yeah, so able to get a couple, but it's going to make it 3rd and 12, and not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 12. Let's see what they can come up with here out of the drawing board.
And time continuing just to kind of tick on by. Just under 45 seconds now left to go in the half.
So it looks like you're going to change Thompson over. Going to be on the right now. Copeland going to roll out to his right. Has pressure, and I believe he got that ball out. And no, they're going to say it is a fumble. Scooped up and able
Chased
to
down
chase
from
him
behind
down.
by Foot, but
So, I mean, Copeland was rolling out to the right, looked like he was possibly in his throwing motion, but they say no. So that will be now the second fumble for Jackson tonight. And that is again going to set Pine Tree up here. 23 seconds left to go here in the first half. And Pine Tree going to be sniffing again right at the goal line. Looks like it's going to be, what are they saying, the 4-yard line, JD?
yeah, right there on the 4.
So it had a chance to maybe make it a 16-point, swing, anywhere from 14 to 16-point swing going into halftime. But now I'm going to have to try and work to keep the Pirates off of the board again, as they're going to hand it off, and it is going to take exactly one play for them to get into the end zone for another touchdown, and there is now those 43 points that they were predicted to beat us by. So, And we were sitting, I was talking the whole way. I was talking big game, like, there ain't no way. Ain't no way. There probably still is no way. I severely doubt that these guys are going to allow that to happen, I have faith in these guys to at least be able to pull this one in a little bit closer. But as we've talked about, as the time just keeps kind of ticking, eventually the dam has got to break, or else it is going to get real tricky real quick.
Absolutely. As, after that drive that they were able to go down, put up points, and then able to get the ball right back on the onside kick, you thought maybe it was happening, but just like that, Pine Tree able to pick it up off the fumble and take it all the way down, and one play later get into the end zone. Now 19 seconds left on the clock. Pine Tree just kind of has to do a squib, put everybody in protect, and not let Mabank get anyone behind them. Pretty much send it in a halftime, and they get the ball right back. So not the best scenario here for your Mabank Panthers at the moment.
Well, they are going to get one more shot at it.
glass half full. With a full 20 seconds to go, as a matter of fact, JD. So
Exactly right.
never say never.
Crazier things have happened, I guess.
Now this one's just going to be a little pooch. Up. Oh, well. Unable to make the catch there. So Pine Tree is going to have yet another shot here to try and put points on the board before halftime. Already leading this one 44-8, and so mistakes just starting to pile up here for the guys in white. Yeah, I know. I'm right there with you. It's just like, you know, you got to admit, or you just got to be honest here. You know, on nights like this, that it's a hard one for us. It's a hard one for us because, you know, we love this team. We eat, sleep, live, and die Mabank Green. So whenever you've got a microphone on and you can't say everything you want to say, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Is the past that time going to be incomplete? It's like you guys, you know, we want to be frustrated and all that kind of thing, but, you know, everything we say gets recorded.
That's right.
So 14 seconds left to go here in the half. Pine Tree again with that big quarterback, number 31, Colton Croft. He has got plenty of arm to try to just yoink one down there.
Yeah, and I think that's just what they're going to do to try to end out the half. Just keep taking shots, see if one lands.
Well, it was a bad snap, but Croft able to keep it, and then gets over into the middle of the field, and then a timeout going to be called. Or no, excuse me. I thought Pine Tree was going to call a timeout and try for the field goal, but they go ahead and just let it run. So at the half, 44-8, Pine Tree on top. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and we'll come back with the band performance right after this here on Cedar Creek Media. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts. More than just a shop, they're part of the Cedar Creek Lake community. Whether you're needing a new car battery, a boat battery, or service for your golf cart, they've got you covered. Their family's been helping yours for almost 20 years with new and reconditioned batteries for cars and trucks, as well as batteries for boats, motorcycles, and lawn equipment, plus golf cart repairs and custom upgrades to make your ride one of a kind. Stop by the shop in Payne Springs or give them a call at 903-451-2182 and let Randy and his team show you your car to your dreams. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts, keeping life charged, one customer at a time. Ask about free pickup and delivery on golf carts. 8 kitchens, 1 yard. Right there in the heart of Mabank, the truck yard brings it all together. From smash burgers and tacos to lighter bites and loaded spuds, Mediterranean plates, hot wings, Cajun classics, fresh sandwiches, hibachi and sushi, even a boba tea to wash it all down. The truck yard's where Mabank comes together. Neighbors, families, and friends all gathering to share good food from one place. It's the Mabank Truck Yard, where Mabank comes to eat.
Years in celebration of the 125th anniversary of the great town of Mabank, Texas. The Pantherettes are under the direction of Sadie Martin and Jessica Blundell. The Pantherettes will be performing a palm routine to Toxic. Your Pantherettes are led onto the field by Line Officer Second Lieutenant Natalie Morales. First Lieutenant Peyton Fowler. Your co-captains Riley Cooper and Amelia Williams. Your social officers are President Clover
That's
Brooke,
where I got the cookie in this.
Vice
Jason told me,
President
he's like,
Bella
sometimes you
Stanley,
need to go up in the
and
press box
Chaplain Katie McCollum.
with,
Star Dancer of the Week
with
is
Colin when he
Shiloh
goes
Benjamin.
to announce. So,
Pantherette of the Week is Savannah Zarzinski.
yeah, it's nice.
Captains, are you ready?
Yeah, it's still ready to be right here where I'm not.
Well, I want to be able, up there, it's all glassed in, so you wouldn't get a good video anyway. But sometimes just set your camera up and just go up there. Nobody's going to stop you. There's nobody in there, and they always have food and stuff. The culinary arts class always has food So, tonight they had like mac and cheese with some pulled pork or something, and then a basket of all those cookies, and then they have all kinds of drinks. So every game it's something different. So just go up there sometime, especially with your band thing on. They're not going to think anything about you being up there.
I wonder if that's where Todd is. I haven't seen Todd at all the last couple of years. He's like the head IT guy.
Probably.
I worked with him at Best Buy for a
He's
while.
probably in there somewhere making sure everything's working.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I worked with Todd and then Chris Yoder. I went to school with him. Graduated Pine Tree, I think same year he did.
Mabank Independent School District is proud to present the 2025 UIL Sweepstake winning Panther Band. Our band is under the direction of drum majors Elizabeth Welker and Holly Walton.
First, that's
Our
a tiny
UIL
band.
competition show, Holiday, features the music of Green Day, Ron Tucson, and Pat Zimmer. Our soloists tonight are Olivia Bennett.
They are kind of small. They're rebuilding their program.
Oh, really?
Leah Andrade.
Yeah, and it looks like they may be four as well.
Our bartender
They are.
is Alyssa Carr. Our up-and-catch of the week are Stephen Garrett and Sadie Richardson.
This makes me want to play Beat
And
Saber.
lastly, our section of the week is the Baritones. Ladies and gentlemen,
Sometimes that's about the only exercise I get. It's fun though. A lot of fun. Green Day. And they're wearing green. That's kind of funny.
Their colors are green and something. Jason was actually offered a job. Was offered the job here.
I hope he's liked it so
Oh,
far.
he's loving it here.
Let him know I'm going to try to have this posted before I go to bed tonight.
Do what?
I'll try to have all this, our march posted
Yeah.
before I go to bed tonight.
That way they probably would want to show it to the kids tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
He might want to look at it himself.
Yeah. If nothing else, he'll want to look at it.
What always shocks me is as soon as it posts, in like seconds, there's always like 5 or 6 people watching it. I'm like, good Lord.
Well, they probably have reminders set up, so as soon as you post it, it probably dings to their phone, and then they go watch it.
Gotcha. Just should tell them.
They have alerts set up, I bet.
I have no idea.
I don't either. These kids and everything they know. Yeah. But I'm sure that's it. They've got alerts set on their phone, and then as soon as you post it, then they go watch it.
Gotcha. Yeah. My wife is my YouTube translator. Not YouTube, but Facebook translator.
Yeah.
I don't even get on Facebook. So she has to tell me everything. Oh, there's a birthday party. It's time. Okay.
Yeah. Jason's mine. He's on it way more than I am.
I think my life is better without it. It stresses me out. I have to keep track of all that. I got plenty to do. I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm just like,
It's bad enough trying to keep up with LinkedIn. Jeez.
yeah.
Joe Weisberg, Brooks Tuckerton, Gentry Ragsdale, Harvey Koros, Camden Mize, McCortrick Collins. We would like to give a special thanks to our sponsors, Dairy Queen, Magnolia Dental, T Chevrolet, Casey's Pizza, our MHS Band Boosters, JT Foot, Michael Womack, Dr. Marshall, our incredibly supportive administrators, and all of our Panther Band fans.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Zach Pruitt in Gun Barrel City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
The award-winning Pirate Precision Drill Team. The officers from left to right are Superintendent Abigail Morris, Captain Alexis Hernandez, and Senior Lieutenant Cody Raines. The social officers are President Cameron Taylor, Secretary Lisa Montes, Historian and Chapter Anthony Solano. Puerto Rican's Fallon Mikowski and spearheaded the Ravens' Pierce Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Pine Tree Precision Drill Team. Tonight, they're performing one of their favorite routines of the year, the duo routine. Each duo partner was handpicked by a member of the Precision for the love and support they've shown throughout the time drill team. They're thrilled to share this special moment together, dancing to the legendary Tina Turner's Rolling on the Rhythm.
shorts on and gold spangly boots and everything. Fringe on her jacket.
sponsor Wellness Pet.
That's great.
It looks like there's a couple dads out there. Dads or
Yeah,
uncles
yeah.
or something here in the
Yeah.
jeans in the middle, and then the guy
Yeah.
in front of him with all
Blue
black.
jean jacket.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the guy in the black. That's just too much.
Yeah,
That's
well,
funny.
the guy in the jean jacket has sparkles around his jacket too. They were prepared.
That's great.
And now, under the field direction of drum majors Zoe Celadon and Sean Rackley, Pine Tree High School and Pine Tree Independent School District are proud to present the Pine Tree High School Marching Band.
Was that Colin that does that?
2025 show is entitled Rise and embodies humanity's endurance
I asked
to
Dave,
overcome
like,
obstacles,
who is that?
climb over barriers, and soar into the heavens. Pieces included in this year's show include Luxor Rumcade,
Like it's a heavy metal concert.
He said he did it that way last year, like up on the fourth day or something, just as a joke. And the kids all had a fit, and everybody was like, do that, do that.
Yeah, it's kind of caught on. Your look matters. And around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458. Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, back to it here, folks. Welcome in again. Getting ready for the second half here. Taylor Honea,
J.D. Byrd,
Cedar Creek Media. And this has been a rough one so far, folks. Your Pirates, your Panthers find themselves down 44-8 to the Pine Tree Pirates. A lot of work to do if we want to crawl back into this one. But, we've seen these guys fight back through adversity all year long, so don't want to put it past them. But definitely right now you're not thinking about, there's no such thing as a 36-point play in football. So you got to just start stacking wins on top of each other. And this is a chance for your Panthers to do it here. So Pirates deferred in the first half, so they will be receiving the second half kickoff. It is going to be Ray Brager doing the kickoff. And it looks like he's going to – oh, no. Okay, he was just waiting to the whistle there before getting set. Let's see what they decide to go with. We saw a successful onside in the first half. This time they're just going to pooch it up in the air, and it wasn't caught cleanly, but it is brought down by the Pirates. Looks like that was number 8. I was able to scoop that up off the ground there, Jaden Servia. But either way, Pine Tree is able to keep their mitts on the ball, and they are going to be starting off with the ball on offense, as we said here in this third quarter. Going to be starting on their own 39-yard line. So not a particularly long field, but one of the worst starting field positions we've seen so far tonight for the Pirates. It's going to be number 31, Croft, still back in the gun. He's going to sling it out to a receiver on the outside, picking up a couple of blocks and able to fall forward for about 6. There is number 2, Ashton Valentine. So Colton Croft has been fairly accurate here tonight. Again, we've talked about the size, but we haven't really talked about how that's translated into him playing quarterback. Again, 6'4", 225, so big boy. And he can get a lot of that body weight behind some of those throws, and we've seen it tonight, him spinning it pretty well. 3rd and 4 coming up here. It's going to be a handoff this time, jump cut. It's going to be close to enough for first down yardage.
Late flag going to come out on the far side of the field.
Yeah, Tristan Jones and a Pirate were locked up in combat there. Let's see what they come up with as the flag. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong official. There we go. Some discussion going on here at the ball. Still talking about it here. We saw this in the first half as well. These guys not afraid to come together and discuss it and make sure they get the call right. You know, a lot of times I'm not really opposed to that. Let's see what they come up with here. Dead ball foul. Personal foul against Pine Tree. And no indication the other way, so if anything right there, got to give a big ups to Tristan Jones not falling for the cheese there and letting the Pirates do a little bit of self-harm.
Yeah.
That is going to back them up 15 yards, JD. And it will remain 2nd down.
Now, I believe they're going to say
Oh,
that
it was after the – okay, excuse me. Yeah, it was after the first down.
I don't know why the sticks didn't stay up there, however.
Well, I think it was a spot foul, and they had already picked up the first down, so it ends up being a first down and ends up going theirs. That time, Jones did a good job of playing the ball. Had a chance at maybe getting the pick, but couldn't quite get the squeeze on it there, and it'll bring up now 2nd down and 10. And, yeah, I think that's what it was, JD, is that because it was a dead ball foul, so it must have been after the play. So they already picked up the first down, and then it was a spot situation. So backed him up 15 yards from that spot. So Croft going to have a man flanked to his left. H-back up behind the line. Handoff this time up the middle, finding some space, going through arm tackles, and enough for a first down there as the ball carrier. Going to have plenty. Let's see, I couldn't quite see who that was down there. Looks like that was maybe number 29 on the carry. Brick Bratton. No, excuse me, that was number 23. So Timmons. Timmons on the carry there. Do send a new man into the game. Roger Attaway going to be hanging out beside Croft now. 1st and 10. Snap is back. Croft surveying. Going to dump off to his left. Finds a man. Good job there by Jones to come up and make the play. Pass is complete to number 14, Boston Johnson, I do believe. Again, pretty cool name there. Is Boston is Boston, so. So 2nd and short here, 4 yards to go for the Pirates to try and pick up a first down as the man went in motion. It is going to be a handoff to the right. And Attaway just making people miss. Now going to cut back left, has plenty for a first down. Matter of fact, going to give him about 20 yards on the play. So that is going to move it way down into Panther territory at the 29-yard line. So Pirates gashing this defense so far tonight, and they've really done it, on short field situations. One of the longest drives they've had to go on so far. 1st and 10. Croft waiting the snap, gets it. It's going to be, I thought it was a handoff, but it is a play action pass. And getting away and getting out of bounds inside the 5-yard line there is the receiver. Can't quite. So I think they're saying number 14 again. So that again is Boston Johnson. Going to have the ball is at the 3-yard line, JD. So 3 yards left to go here to get it into the end zone. Under 9 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Pirates have had it this whole time. Send a man in motion. Snap is back, hands off, up the middle, and that is going to be another walk-in touchdown. That time going to be number 6, Roger Attaway, able to get in for the easy score.
Yeah, it's just kind of reminiscent of how their whole night's kind of been going at the moment. Is they have just been able to kind of move the ball at will, and it is just going to keep on piling on. Taylor, you just noticed, and yeah, it is going to be a running clock right here. They're finally going to stop it after the score, but.
Extra point is good there. Yeah, I thought they were going to start running the clock there, but they do end up stopping it with 8:04 left. So Pine Tree, again, with not a whole lot of resistance there from the Panther defense, able to go in and plug in another touchdown. Now a 51-8 advantage for the Pirates here at home. And if anything, now, you know, you hate to say it, but coming out of the locker room, you figured, okay, well, maybe if we can get a stop here, put some points on the board, start rolling things down. But at this point, with how easily it seemed that Pine Tree was able to go in and put some points, you might just be playing for pride here now, JD.
You absolutely are. And also right now, you're trying to figure out what in the world you have to do on the offensive side and on the defensive side to get things clicking again. You know, we saw in the first 3 weeks – how this offense and defense, how this Mabank team was clicking. We saw it. We were there for it. We got to witness it. After the loss to Canton and this one here, we're just seeing some of the wrinkles that we haven't seen a little bit from them. And so right now they have to figure out how do we get those wrinkles out of it, and how do we get back to playing like we did in the first 3 weeks. So that's kind of what this second half is going to end up being for them. Is right here, got a chance for a good return.
Foot did a pretty good job there. Started out to the right, reverse field, ends up cutting it back left, gets close to the 30. Looks like they are going to give him the 29-yard line, so getting about plus 4 yards in field position as opposed to where they've been starting pretty much all night on that 25-yard line. And again, we're hoping to get Thompson kind of lathered back in here tonight. Get him, back in stride, but hasn't really been much of a chance for the Panthers to keep the ball on the ground. Is now probably going to have to throw this ball around a little bit as well. Get yourself back into this one. His foot went in motion, snap back to Copeland, and they are going to hand it off to Thompson. Thompson making a few men miss, getting around the outside before finally being shoved out of bounds right at about the 45-yard line. So be more than enough for a Zach Pruitt State Farm first down. No flags on the play, as once again I saw one of those little yellow dots and was thinking it was a flag.
Hey, well, maybe talk about him a little bit more, because right there we had just talked about how they hadn't really gotten a chance to get Thompson going, but right there gave it to him, and he's able to pick up big yards for him on first down. So like to see some more of that out of him going forward.
Copeland, again, takes a snap. This time going to go to the left and, again, has immediate pressure and is going to be absolutely swarmed. 4 or 5 black jerseys just absolutely surrounding Jackson Copeland.
Ends up in a 7-yard loss. So, I mean, in 0.5 seconds, you had 5 guys that were back there in the face of Jackson 7 yards deep. I mean, that's just something that you can't have if you want to have a successful drive in a football game.
Now, they don't have a massive defensive line, but they have a very athletic defensive line, and they are just getting around as they're again going to try this reverse. We've already seen that once tonight, but there is a flag on the play. So flag down. I wonder if they got foot on the face mask there.
That's going to be what they're going to catch, I believe. They're catching the defense for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought.
There we go, yeah.
looked like Foot was brought down by the face mask. So that will be a little help after the harm. It should be an automatic first down as well.
I was thinking that they were possibly going to give Foot the hands to the face on the stiff arm that they had given to him, but able to get away with one there maybe.
Hand off this time to Thompson going around the left side, and again just going to be buried, nowhere to go. 4 black jerseys just surrounding Jaden Thompson, and that it's hard to find any kind of yardage whenever you're just absolutely snowed under by the defense, and they are moving quick here, are the Panthers. Right back up to the line. Copeland awaits the snap, takes it, going to fling it out to the right, has a completion. Morris able to get up and pick up about 4 yards on the play. So it'll now be 3rd and long. Not long, but more than you would want it to be. 3rd and 7. Panthers have not exactly been excelling in these situations so far tonight. Man in motion, goes back. Copeland takes, keeps, trying to find somewhere to go, reverses back, is going to fight and get close to first down territory. I think he's going to end up being just about a yard short. They're actually going to mark him about 2 yards short. Nope, there we go. Change the spot and change it back. I'm telling you, that far official and me have been having some
some quarrels here.
Yeah. So it'll be 4th and 2, no indecision here by the Panthers. They are immediately going to go up, try and use a hard count. Copeland now going to check back towards the sideline. Play comes in. Thompson switches sides. Got to get this play off quickly, as they do. Copeland looking to throw one into double coverage, and no flags. It looks like he was trying to find Morris again, but again, just too much traffic there, and it'll be a turnover on downs, and Pirates again going to take over here.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the decision right there to throw into the double coverage. I mean, you had only 2 yards you needed to pick up there on that one. Maybe try to find something a little bit shorter, get it to maybe Jaden out of the backfield, just get you enough to be able to get the first down. I mean, I don't know if the long ball is necessarily the best option, especially when it's in double coverage like that.
So handoff this time, going to go up the middle for the Pirates. Not going to find much there for the ball carrier, as we've got kind of a strange hybrid of running clock and non-running clock happening here right now. Having a little more trouble than even normal keeping up with the clock here. Second and 9, Croft awaiting the snap. Takes, flips over to the outside, and good job there by Foot to stay with the ball carrier. Still not down, but does a good job just to hang on, wait for the reinforcements to arrive.
Something that I had just noticed at the beginning of that play, and that I was wanting to make sure that I was seeing it correctly. Ray Brager is currently lined up in a linebacker position. He is usually one of those 4-down linemen, but right now they have him playing in a middle linebacker position. I think maybe they're going to move him back now, but he was just lined up there in the middle of the field. So just thought that was a little funny there on that play.
Yeah, versatile guy, so doesn't surprise me. And, yeah, you're right. He is standing up there, actually playing in a 3-3 right now. Now, Croft is going to throw a pick, and that's Ray Brager.
Ray Brager.
And he's
got a chance for a pick six. Oh, man.
Going to be taken down right at the 20-yard line, but needed something to go your way. And Ray Brager standing up is going to get his first pick of the year. And that is going to put Mabank in good scoring position starting at the Pine Tree 20. And again, the one time Mabank has been down here, they've been able to stuff it in. So let's see if they can capitalize as they are going quickly here. Looks like they're actually going to be spotted at the 21, JD. So just a little bit of extra work needed to be done. Man in motion, going to be a handoff to Foot, trying to find some space. Splits between a couple, but not able to get through. Will actually be taken down for a yard loss. So it'll now be 2nd and 11. And again, Mabank moving quickly here, already getting pretty close set to the line.
Yeah, official puts the ball down, and they're pretty much ready to run the play.
Yeah, and they're going to hand off to Thompson this time. Has some space up the middle. Doesn't get a ton, but gives what the defense gives him. Be a 5-yard gain. Will now make it 3rd and 6. A little bit more manageable. And at this point, with the score the way it is, this is for sure 2-down territory here. So you got 2 plays to pick this up. Copeland awaits on the snap. It's a good snap. Flips one over, and it's going to be picked. Hyde and the defender there, or excuse me, Langford and the defender, both fighting for the ball. Defender ends up coming up with it, and I believe that is number 12, Desmond Williams.
Number 15
Oh,
there.
number 15, excuse me. Rashad Wooford able to take it back the other direction about, about 85 yards.
Something like that.
For the touchdown. So add 6 more to the total and add another turnover to the total here for the Panthers tonight. Makes what, 5 now?
Something like that.
So left-footed kicker there, number 26, Julian Ibarra. Back out onto the ball field. He has been busy so far tonight. Between the PATs and field goal attempts he's had. Good snap, good hold, kick is good, and that is now a 58-8 advantage. A full 50 points being hung against your Panthers. Let's go ahead and take another short break. We'll be right back after this message from our good friend Zach Pruitt.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call State Farm agent Zach Pruitt in Gun Barrel City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like Mabank going to be heading towards a 2-3 record, and Pine Tree just about 13 minutes away from climbing back to even in the season, and even in district play as well. Don't forget, Pine Tree took that loss last week to Kilgore, so they came into this one with a little extra hunger. We await the kick, and they are again going to kick it right at Foot. He's going to keep it, take off. Let's see what Gavin can find. Makes a pretty good move and keeps his feet moving, gets up to about the 25-yard line before he is taken down vigorously there by a couple of Pirates. Let's see where they spot him up at. Looks like they're going to give him the 27 maybe? Yes. So 27-yard line, 73 yards to go to try and find another couple of points here. Again, probably just playing for pride, but with 5 more of these left to go, district games that is, gonna want to find a little something to keep working on, get that momentum back together. Copeland going to roll out to the right, keeps it himself, spins away from a little bit of harm before picking up about 5 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 5 now as we're winding down, closing up this third quarter. Mabank has a chance to maybe get another play or two off here before the quarter ends. Copeland sends a man in motion. Snap is back. It's going to be a toss to Thompson. And they're going to say, are they going to say it was a legal or not illegal, but are they going to say it was an incomplete forward pass?
I think that is what they are calling here.
I think Mabank just got real lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if this game was close, then this place would probably be pretty upset with the call that just happened there. If we're being all honest with each other, folks. As now it's going to be another handoff. Going to pick up just a couple of yards, and that is the way that the quarter is going to end. So they're going to flip sides of the field. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
8 kitchens, 1 yard. Right there in the heart of Mabank, the truck yard brings it all together. From smash burgers and tacos to lighter bites and loaded spuds, Mediterranean plates, hot wings, Cajun classics, fresh sandwiches, hibachi and sushi, even a boba tea to wash it all down. The truck yard's where Mabank comes together. Neighbors, families, and friends all gathering to share good food from one place. It's the Mabank Truck Yard, where Mabank comes to eat.
At Reedy Tire, they understand early morning drop-offs, late evening pickups, and everything in between that you go through to make sure your child gets from one event to the next activity. They believe that your precious cargo is their responsibility. Your tires are their life. They eat, sleep, and breathe tires so that our Mabank families can know that when they hit the road for a few blocks or a few hours, they'll get there safe and on time. At Reedy Tire, tires aren't the only thing, they're everything. Trust them to get you there. Reedy Tire in Mabank, America. Proudly supporting the entire student body and their families at Mabank ISD. Let's go Panthers.
All right, back to it here to kick off the fourth quarter. Mabank going to be on offense, and do we have a penalty? Looks like we do. I don't know.
I think maybe they just spotted it wrong coming back
Okay.
after the quarter break there. So
I was going to say, I don't know how we had a penalty before play starts, but I wasn't going to be mad about it, but it looks like you are right. So 4th and 2 here to start the fourth quarter. Mabank going to be going for it. Try with the hard count. Don't get the Pirates to jump. Snap now back. Hand off to Thompson. Thompson breaks it around the right side and is finally shoved out of bounds. And it looks like we do officially have a running clock here, JD, as the clock was not stopped as he was pushed out. So let me correct that one more last time, and I'm just going to leave it running with them. And there we go. All right, so clock now synced up, folks. Again, going to be a running clock with a 50-point advantage here in the fourth quarter for the Pirates. Man in motion is Morris. Copeland going to swing it down the middle. Has a man all the way down to the 35-yard line. Is that
Wayne Langford
Wayne,
there
okay.
on the reception.
I saw the 2. I wasn't sure if it was Hyde or Langford. And it looks like we do have another receiver in. I believe that's Jones down there on that far side now. Going to be Copeland keeping. Oh, and slips. Goes down hard. I'm not sure exactly what he slipped on there. It looked like his foot came out from underneath of him. Scary looking play, but he pops right back up. And they are staying in this NASCAR style formation, going quickly. 2nd and 10 now. Copeland again going to keep, this time around the left side, going to get his legs taken out, but is able to pick up right at about 6 yards. So it'd be 3rd and 4. Again, Mabank trying to put on some pride points here. Taking a little bit of time to maybe let the offensive line catch their breath, set things up. Just got a text message from my mom about Twilight Zone. I will read that in a minute. I saw Twilight Zone, Mom, but I'll check it out here in a minute. Is Copeland going to throw one up and going to be way too far for Morris? So was trying to find Morris to go over the top, maybe get a little bit of, what am I trying to say? Not necessarily momentum, but a little feel good happening there with the big play, but not quite able to make it work out for him. So to bring up 4th and 4, that is one thing I will say for the Panthers. They have done a decent job on 4th down. They've obviously gotten knocked off the field quite a few times, but have picked up their fair share of 4th downs tonight. It's Copeland going to survey out to the right. Was trying to make it to the corner, but he's going to have nowhere to go, and he is going to be sacked for a loss. So that'll be another turnover on downs here for the Panthers.
And right there, Jackson going to end up having the frustration get to him. Sends a ball sky high. Flag ends up coming out afterwards, so I think they're going to put it on Copeland. Yeah, unsportsmanlike going to be put there on Jackson, but I mean, I don't know if I blame him at this point. I mean, he has been putting his body on the line all game long for this team, and man, like it's hard to do anything when you've got immediate pressure in your face constantly. It really is, and he has been trying his darndest. But right there, just kind of let the temper flare for a second. Of course, being a quarterback, you have to make sure that you avoid that. But right there, it was kind of just this one's over. So who cares at this point?
And that tells you how frustrating this game has been for these Panthers, because that is not a kid that loses his cool very often. And it has been just like this all night. Is Pine Tree going to be able to score a quick one there? Number 28, I believe, is what I saw there.
Yeah,
Calvin Casey. So that will be another big touchdown there for the for the Pirates. And if it wasn't official already, JD, now the route is officially on.
Yeah.
64-8. And I should know this by now, as many as he's kicked. Julian Ibarra out to try and put on the extra point. Kind of fumbled the snap there. Now rolling out to the right, and how about that? It's going to end up – oh, no, he drops the ball before he gets into the end zone, so no good. It looked like it was potentially going to be a 2-point play, but no good for him. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and take another real short break. We'll be right back here on Cedar Creek Media.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Byrd with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Well, folks, we are getting into Halloween time, so if anything, welcome to the horror movie here on Cedar Creek Media tonight. 64-8, Pine Tree on top of this one. It has been anything but a picture-perfect night so far for your Panthers. But, hey, you know what? I'm a glass half full guy, so there's still a chance, JD.
Still a chance.
It's very slim, but there's still a chance.
8 minutes and 30 seconds of running clock, but there's still a chance.
All right, so kickoff is going to end up with Foot. He called for the fair catch and then took off. You can't do that, young Master Gavin. I mean, I guess you can, but they're going to whistle it dead every time. So Mabank going to get what's potentially their last shot, trying to put some points on the board here tonight. You know, I like this from Coach. go ahead and, oh, well. Never mind. So it looks like we do have a bit of a change in the offense here. It's Case and Schreier going to be coming out and taking some snaps. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson going to go up the middle. And
Not Thompson.
oh, excuse me. Is that Sosa?
Yeah, Sosa
Okay.
Canales.
Sosa Canales. I apologize. So, yeah, we do have several spots that have been changed. So Sosa Canales gets his first carry of the ball game. Gets a good chunk of yardage, 7 yards on the first down carry. Schreier again takes a snap. This time going to keep. Makes a couple of men miss and some tough running. Going to get him up past the 40 there. So give him 9 yards on the play. 10 yards, on the play. That'll be enough for a Zach Pruitt State Farm first down, but it looks like we've got somebody
Referee,
down. I was going to
referee
say,
ends up getting trampled in all that mess.
well, I saw him take a pretty good hit from behind, and he's being tended to in a pretty big manner here. Be hoping that he's okay down there. I've seen a referee or two go down in my time, but hardly ever seen a big huddle like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, people don't realize is that those guys down there, they're anywhere from, 30 to 60, 65 years old. And those knees just don't work quite like they used to. So when you get rolled up on like that, it's can be a dangerous situation.
Yeah, it could be a dangerous and scary situation, that's for sure.
There's a reason why me and you, we want to be involved in the game, but we stay in the booth. We're not.
Yeah, I'll stay where I'm safe.
Yeah, yeah, especially you. So giving him an extra second to get himself all figured out here. And again, glad to see him up and walking on his own power there. All right, so back to it here. Schreier sends a man in motion. Going to hand off to Sosa Canales. Sosa Canales able to dive forward. Picks up 3 on the play. So make it now 2nd and 7. About 7.5 minutes left to go here in this ball game. Again, we've got kind of a hybrid running / non-running clock going on here. The 56-point advantage. Hard to blame these guys for wanting to wind it down a bit. As again, Schreier hands off to Sosa Canales, who does a pretty good job trying to stay up on his feet and fight through. Ends up with a 2-yard gain. And with the fight he gave, it probably deserved more to be about a 10-yard gain, but just a way to cookie crumbles sometimes. So now make a 3rd and 5 here. Again, Schreier in, playing quarterback. He's going to fake it, keep it himself, has some space on the left side, and is going to get a nice gain up past the 35-yard line. Looks like they're going to say he goes out at the 34. So Schreier able to pick up another Zach Pruitt State Farm first down. Moving this second unit pretty well. Can't lie to you and say I know everything about that Pine Tree defense, but I would assume second unit for them as well. Schreier again going to keep, again finding some space on that left side, keeping the legs churning, and going to be just enough for another Zach Pruitt State Farm first down. So back-to-back first down carries for Case and Schreier. Has a little bit of life here for the Panthers. Waiting on the snap here. Now checks back over on the sideline for the play. This time it is going to be a handoff to Sosa Canales. Sosa Canales Tough running is going to pick up 6 yards. So to make it 2nd and 4. And again, this second unit doing a pretty good job of moving the ball here pretty consistently. You hear the Pine Tree faithful getting a little loud here under 5 minutes to go. They know a victory is coming on the board as Schreier takes off to the left and is finally smashed out of bounds. But he does pick up another first down on the play, so Kason Schreier getting it done here with his legs. Man in motion, and there's a lot of movement at the line of scrimmage with as many defensive men that moved. I would assume it's going to be a false start. Yep. Usually if you see one defensive man jump, then, it was something to do with defense. But if the whole line moves, then usually it's kind of an indication that something happened along that offensive line of scrimmage there. Now, because of the way we're set up here, I'm probably not going to be able to get down to the field to do our player of the game interview tonight. So, Emmett, if you're out there watching, I will get it done. But I will just go ahead and say it here tonight. It's kind of tough, on a night like this to be able to give it to somebody. But let's go ahead and give it to the man who made the most exciting play of the night for the Panthers. I would say Mr. Ray Brager. He's done a pretty good job. Again, with the punting duties, had that big interception, been playing in a couple of different ways, stand up or hand in the dirt. As Schreier again going to go around the left side and, get the legs just absolutely chopped out from underneath of him. Gets up immediately, is okay. But, yeah, that one looks scary. But, yeah, no, Ray, hate to give, you a player of the game on a game like this, but I would say you were the standout man here tonight.
Yeah, we'll take your big interception on a night like this.
Absolutely. As Schreier, it looked like there was maybe a bit of a kerfuffle there on the handoff between him and Sosa Canales, so he ends up just having to fall forward and try and get something. Gets nothing. So to now bring up 4th and 8. The Panthers going to be going for it again here. Trying to get some pride points on the board with 2.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Snap is back, going to look to throw. Throws one up for Morris, and it is going to be batted down right at the goal line. So no conversion, and Pine Tree going to be taken over here from their 12-yard line. Or 11-yard line, excuse me. So going to have a ways to go, but as we've seen, they have got the firepower. And see if they decide to go try and put up one more on the board or if they're satisfied with the 56-point victory. It's always nerve-wracking whenever you've got to score like this and they send out that second unit because you know that they're just as hungry to go try and get one themselves. So let's see who they send out. As it looks like it is going to be the starters back out for Pine Tree, so they're probably going to be happy just to get out of here with the victory as we will have our final timeout of the night. 2-minute warning, so I don't believe they're going to take too long, but let's see if we can go ahead and squeeze this in a break. We'll be right back right after this.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
stepping onto the field, number 74, senior, Logan Smith.
All right, back here to it. Got a couple of minutes left here in the ball game. Looks like we've got a I don't know what we've got going on here.
Timeout going to be taken here by Pine Tree.
Yeah, I think they've got a young man that they want to get in the game. He's not listed on my roster. They said he's a senior. So I'm going to assume that this is a situation trying to get that young man out there. Put some time or put some scrapes on his pads, you know. He's taking a little bit of time there on the 20-yard line. All right. So I guess they're not going to let him check into the game, just kind of let him stand out there. Now Pine Tree going to be going back to work here. Again, just 2 minutes left to go. They are running the clock before the ball is even snapped. There's going to be a handoff up the middle. Fighting forward for a decent gain there is the back. Going to pick up right at about 6 on the play. So positive yardage once again for the Pirates on their first play of their drive. Colton Croft has looked pretty poised back there tonight. Haven't really had to ask him to do way too much. I mean, yeah, he's been throwing the ball around, but haven't had to ask him to make a big play or anything like that. Just really been able to play within himself, and has obviously worked out pretty well here for Pine Tree tonight. 64-8. Probably got a play or two left here. Play clock down to 1. They just let it go as the handoff up the middle and breaking free before finally being drugged down from behind there. It's number 73, Javante Rose, able to make the tackle. It looked like that was number, what was that, 29, JD, or 23? Couldn't quite tell. I saw the 20, I just couldn't see. It was one of the two.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I missed it. I was zoned out for a second. Sorry.
They're kind of a similar built, back, so similar numbers.
Looks like number 28 right now in there, Calvin Casey.
Yeah, and it's just going to be a knee down for Pine Tree, so that is the way that the ball game is going to end. 64-8 is the advantage for the Pine Tree Pirates, and the Mabank Panthers have obviously got a lot of work to do to try and stick within this district. Going to drop the first one here, and we'll drop the record down to 2-3. So for the first time in a few weeks, Mabank going to be sporting a losing record. Of course, we're 0-1 to start the year, but then climbed back to 2-1, 2-2 after last week. But now again, going to be falling under that 500 mark for the second time this season. And again, it's hard to really find the positive in this ball game. But again, it's just one of those things, man. Sometimes you're going to come out and you're just going to have an absolute egg like you had tonight. Now, the problem is that you've had now 2 consecutive games that don't exactly look the best. You know what I mean? So there's obviously some kind of work, some kind of something that needs to be done. Maybe some bye-week rust, especially after that big letdown against Canton. So maybe this is what you need. Maybe you needed a little bit of a kick in the teeth, and we'll just have to come back next week and see what happens. Finally be getting back home as well. Been a while since we've got to play a game at home, so in front of the home stand. So we got Henderson be coming in next week, and hopefully we can do something a little different with those guys.
Hopefully. I mean, yeah, you just gotta take it on the chin right here tonight and go and figure out what needs to change. What needs to change right now to be able to get you back on track, get you back into the way that you looked in the first 3 games of the season here. And so this week is going to be one of those harder weeks where you really have to take a look at yourself and figure out what is going wrong right now and what is it we have to change. Sometimes that might be a little bit of a hard thing to be able to come to grips with and be able to do, but it's just something that's going to be necessary here in over this next week if you want to see any kind of success out of the rest of your season here.
Absolutely. So you still got 5 of these ball games left to go. You still, you have the season in front of you. It's not gone. There's no, slip away or anything like that. But at this point, you're going to have to start playing your best ball of the, let's see, it's 2025. Yeah, so you're going to have to play your best football of the decade to try and keep yourself into this one. But if we know anything about this group, they're usually pretty up to the task. We know that these guys aren't quitters, so we're just going to have to go. I'm going to be really interested to see what practice looks like next week. I'm going to be glued in on practice next week. Be interested to see what kind of wrinkles, what kind of folds they add into this team, because obviously there's some things that aren't working. So we're going to kind of get to see the creative mind of this coaching staff and see what they can come up with over the next 7 days before we host Henderson next week at Panther Stadium. So not really, if we're being honest with each other, folks, we can just go ahead and burn this tape. No really reason to rewatch this one. Nothing real good came out of this. So we're just going to go ahead, clean the slate, and get ready for next week. So until then, I'm Taylor Honea.
I'm JD Byrd.
We've been Cedar Creek Media. We appreciate you hanging around with us. We're going to take one more short spin around the sponsors, and we'll be out of here, and we'll see you next time. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts. More than just a shop, they're part of the Cedar Creek Lake community. And whether you're needing a new car battery, a boat battery, or service for your golf cart, they've got you covered. Their family's been helping yours for almost 20 years with new and reconditioned batteries for cars and trucks, as well as batteries for boats, motorcycles, and lawn equipment, plus golf cart repairs and custom upgrades to make your ride one of a kind. Stop by the shop in Payne Springs or give them a call at 903-451-2182 and let Randy and his team show you your cart of your dreams. Cedar Creek Battery and Golf Carts, keeping life charged, one customer at a time. Ask about free pickup and delivery on golf carts. 8 kitchens, 1 yard. Right there in the heart of Mabank, the truck yard brings it all together. From smash burgers and tacos to lighter bites and loaded spuds, Mediterranean plates, hot wings, Cajun classics, fresh sandwiches, hibachi and sushi, even a boba tea to wash it all down. The truck yard's where Mabank comes together. Neighbors, families, and friends all gathering to share good food from one place. It's the Mabank Truck Yard, where Mabank comes to eat.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Byrd with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.